my good people. What's up? That you have tuned in today. So, as I was reading the Holy Scriptures today and the Gospels, I noticed the Gospel of Mark. Remember the, the part where Jesus sent the 12, sent the 12 away and told them to go and now preach the Gospel. And he told them something very interesting. Actually, it's in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 6. Chapter 6. And let me just try and read this bit. Chapter 6, I think, the mission of the 12, when Jesus was sending the 12, he said to them, okay, let me actually just read the bit. The mission 12 from 6, I can read from, okay, Mark chapter 6, verse 7 to, I'll reach to 10. But my kidding is just on that verse 10. He went around the village in the vicinity searching, teaching. He summoned the 12 and began to send them out two by two and gave them authority over unclean spirits. He instructed them to take nothing for the journey but a walking stick, no food, no sack, no money in their belts. They were, however, to wear saddles, but not a second tunic. He said to them, wherever you enter a house, stay there until you leave them. Visit from there. So whatever place does not welcome you, listen to you, live there and shake the dust of your feet. Testimony against them. So my kidding was number 9, chapter 9, no, verse 9. They were, however, to wear saddles. Notice that so saddles would imply that, and let us look briefly on the call of Moses when there was a burning bush. When he tried to come near the bush, he was told, take out your saddles. This place is holy. So ask yourself, what is those saddles that this time they are told strictly carry them? And in fact, now that I'm speaking of it, I'm still getting another interesting idea. I'm getting this idea of I told them okay, again, Mark 6:11, whatever place do not welcome you or listen to you, leave that there and shake the dust of your feet in testimony against them. And the saddles alone on the feet, and again shake your feet. And what is the purpose of a feet? To make you stand. So first, let me explore the first thought that came to me, an inspiration as I was reading. And I do it daily, and I would recommend you below there just to read it. It will really help you. It again inspires us and tells us that this, to me, my understanding of the sandals is what have you been taught? You're like values, your core values, what you're taught. And at times it's easy for someone to just shift and change them according to where you are seasons. But let us have, I would recommend and suggest to all of us that we have a constancy in them. Let us hold on to what we've been taught. The values of kindness, the values of goodness, fairness. You are a kind person. Then you gentle example. You will be able to be helpful. Because I think in the culture that is changing, it seems that the more rude you are, you'll be able to abuse people. Then you appear more tough and people admire you. But apparently, it destroys the person in the core. Instead, just be a kind person. People may not necessarily be kind to you or be back. They may take it as a weakness. They may think what is wrong with you, but just be kind anyway. And eventually, you'll tend to attract kind people to you, to yourselves. And then the world will even be transformed because you've made unkind but you're kind. Someone observing will wonder what is happening there, and then you'll be able to transform them. So the element of kindness, that's what was told, carry your shoes, your sandals, meaning that once you have those sandals, even if you go other places, you'll still have those values of yours. They are the values of hard work. They are the values of dedication. The values are very important. And in fact, like our agencies have been out on the streets and expressing their points. And just as people have, for example, toughtly fighting for other economic issues, that is the one is also supposed to fight for their own values in the sense that each and individual like keep it like I have to have that value of kindness because it's easy to lose it, but you strive every single day. And in fact, I think it's one of the and the virtues are again those issues. And remember, there's one of the speakers I really like listening to. It's called one of the motivation speakers. I listened to. His name escapes me. He said something very interesting that virtues are like the burning bush. Like, you remember that burning bush was burning, but it was not being exhausted. That's what virtues are. Once you have them in your life, they are able to maintain you. Like they maintain you, and they do not like they sort of they self-propel. Unlike a vice that you have to really keep maintaining and destroys you. The other time is the virtues actually sustain themselves. They like once it's quite tough to learn a virtue, but once you learn a virtue, it is not be automatically be maintaining you. It's like it will be maintaining itself. It will be like that burning bush, the fire that it does not consume the bush or the bush, but the fire does not consume you. It will be that fire that will be eliminating you. Eliminating you. So that's how important the virtues are. And you notice even when you buy a shoe, at times you really struggle to fit into it. At times, at the first few times, you have a sore feet, but once you get used to it, you just like, I'm really comfortable with my shoes. That's how virtues are. So let us maintain them. And the reason I think Moses was told in the burning bush to remove those shoes was because this is a holy ground, was because probably he had wrong values. You see, because you recall there's a time he had to kill someone uh, before he escaped to live with his father-in-law. In Egypt, he killed someone because he thought that is how you win battles. Probably was, and of course, but God still used him anyway. So he was told. So it is good to us to remember to recall our values, and we have forgotten because it's all natural. Let's go back to our childhood. There were things we were taught. If you're a Christian, there are things you taught. If you're not Muslim, there are things you taught. Even if you do not have any faith, because there are people who do not faith who still follow me or atheist, but there are things you have had in your life that, especially even as a child, the concept of giving, and I'll address this also sometimes, the concept of helping the person in need, the concept of standing up against a weaker person, against the right, no, against somebody who's being oppressed. Those consistent steps really are helpful. Yes. Thank you so much, and hope this inspires you. And please remember to subscribe and think this to my channel, YouTube channel. My channel is James Katatwa. Just search it, YouTube, and subscribe. Also share with your friends. Thank you so much.